First day of May. I'm Brian Crandall with this NBC 10 coffee break. Please feel free to comment in the chat as we go along with our top stories and weather this morning. Our top story is newly released police body camera video shows the moments a car drove toward a police officer in Johnston the other day, prompting police to open fire. The suspect, Damian Peterson, is still in the hospital this morning. Police say they were responding to an argument, as you heard the situation there. They were responding to an argument outside a gas station between Peterson and his girlfriend. When Peterson, they say, tried to take off, police claim Peterson struck the officer. That's when the police officer fired. Peterson was shot in the stomach. NBC 10's John Perrick spoke with Peterson's father.
A police officer standing right in front of his car holding a gun.
You're not going to see in front of you if you're looking to the left. If you look closely to the video, he's looking at the officer that's right to the side.
Now, this weekend's incident comes just a few weeks after police say Peterson took off from officers during a separate incident recently in Cranston. He's now facing several charges, including assaulting a police officer. And again, he's still in police custody at the hospital. It's not clear when his next court appearance will be. Now let's check on that nice day outside with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jason Doris, who is outside with a look at the forecast. Again, a little chillier start today than maybe the past few days, but again, shaping up to be a nice day, Jason.
Yeah, that is right, Brian. It was definitely a cold start across the year. A lot of communities did start off in the 30s, but they're going to rebound quite nicely, closer to seasonal levels. It will be technically cooler compared to what we've been used to over the last 2 weeks or so, but that's going to be because of a more prevalent sea breeze that's going to be kicking in the afternoon, keeping most of us in the 60s. A couple spots further north and west of Providence probably going to make their way close to 70 degrees along the immediate south coastline. That's where we're going to unfortunately be probably stuck in the mid to upper 50s as we go through this afternoon. But at least we'll have plenty of sunshine, as we can clearly see here with all the blue skies directly overhead. Heading into tonight, we're going to start to see some increasing clouds. That's going to be ahead of a warm front that's going to lift through the region. That could spark some passing showers and maybe even some thunderstorms that should develop sometime around 1 a.m. and carry into about 7 a.m. time frame. And then we dry out, and we stay mainly dry on Friday, turning a little bit muggy too during the afternoon time frame. And everyone's wondering what's going on for this weekend. Is it going to rain once again? Well, I do have some good news that I'm going to tell you all about coming up at noon, where it looks a little bit drier than what we were originally anticipating, Brian.
All right, I'd like to hear that because, we had, another rainy Saturday this weekend after one nice one and then a whole string of not so great weekends before that. So, all right, always interested in the weekend forecast as we approach the end of the work week. All right, thanks, Jason. Another story we're keeping on top of this morning. Police in Swansea arrested a man after they say he filmed a teenager inside a Target dressing room. Police say they were called to the store on Grand Army of the Republic Highway Monday night for a report that a 17-year-old girl was filmed in the dressing room. Investigators identified the suspect as 25-year-old John Williams. He is set to face a judge on multiple charges, including possession of child pornography today in Fall River. NBC 10's Mike Cerullo will have a live report on that situation coming up today at noon. Meanwhile, no court today in the Karen Reed retrial in Dedham. A key witness for the prosecution, Jennifer McCabe, faced cross-examination yesterday by defense attorney Alan Jackson.
Sit here today, do you remember ever saying to those grand jurors, she said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, in front of a female EMT?
I've spoken to in a few grand juries. What I said specifically at different ones, I don't recall at this moment, but I do know that morning your client said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him 3 times, and there was a female EMT there.
And Jen McCabe, a key witness, says she was there as they found John O'Keefe's body outside that home in Canton a few years ago. And here's Karen Reed responding outside of court yesterday.
Hey, Karen, about everything. Karen, how did Jen McCabe
Another witness, another instance of perjury, or instances, I'd say.
How do you feel about her changing demeanor?
Changing demeanor? I didn't
From
notice.
the last trial.
I did not notice.
How did you feel about
Karen,
the cross?
did you tell Jen to make that Google search that morning?
I did not. I did not tell Jen to make a Google search. I certainly didn't tell her to make the one at 227 either.
What stood out to you most today?
We know all the details. We know all the changes in statements. It's just what will her reaction be, and just more of the same.
All right. And Karen Reed, they're talking about the much talked about Google search on Jen McCabe made on her phone, "How long to die in the cold," and whether she asked her to make that search. McCabe will be back on the stand in court tomorrow. Well, authorities confirm a Cape Cod man was found shot to death just feet from a school in Taunton. The body of 39-year-old Stephen Myers of Falmouth was found in a construction area yesterday. The site sits just behind Bristol Plymouth High School. Investigators say they do suspect foul play, but the Bristol County District Attorney emphasized there is no known connection between the man and the school. The school district released a statement saying in part that there is no threat to students or staff. A North Attleboro couple is out nearly $400,000 after their heating oil tank leaked. Kathleen and John Murray say their 20-year-old oil tank spilled 190 gallons of fuel, seeping under their home and triggering an environmental emergency. As you look at crews digging through the yard there, cleanup has already cost them $90,000, and the final bill is expected to be more than 4 times that. But when they contacted their insurance company, they were told oil spills were not covered.
Problem is that there's no requirement in that legislation that either brokers or insurance companies tell homeowners that they have this option, and it's usually less than $100.
Now, the Murrays later found out there is optional insurance that does cover it, but no one, they say, told them it existed. They're now urging others to ask about the liquid fuel rider and check their oil tanks before it's too late. All right, this morning, a ribbon-cutting ceremony held for the new Labor and Delivery Center at Women and Infants Hospital. Fundraising for the space began 4 years ago, and an anonymous donor helped put down the last of the $35 million this past fall. There are still 20 rooms, but they're now double in size with individual bathrooms and windows. 8,600 babies are born in the hospital every year. That's about 24 a day. So a lot of people in this area, of course, know people are born at Women and Infants Hospital, so some nice new spaces there. I want to thank you for joining us for our NBC 10 coffee break this morning. News and weather updates are always available on trench10.com. We'll be back on TV for NBC 10 News at noon. Have a great morning.